Hello everyone. So let's start and creating the model for this use case. Text summarization using Cohere command text foundation model. So first of all, I'm going to create the Lambda function. So come back to my AWS management console. You just click on sign in. You have to provide the username and password. And once you log into your AWS, just go to the search bar and type Lambda. This one. We have already understood in the previous lecture how we can start writing the code in Lambda function. So first you have to create a function. So at the right hand side you can see we have an option to create a function. So you need to give a function name. So let me give text summarization Cohere. You can give any name, it is up to you. Runtime, let me take this one and create function. And once your function has been created, you have to do some configuration changes, like you have to increase the timeout value, and also you have to provide the appropriate permission to this Lambda function, so that your Lambda function would able to communicate with other services like Bedrock to interact with the foundation model. So this function has been created. Just scroll down and here we have configuration. Just click on it, add it, and let me increase the timeout value. Save. So this is the first step. After that, you need to provide the appropriate permission to this Lambda function. So with this flowchart, we can understand that our Lambda function needs to interact with Bedrock service. So here, this is the role which is assigned to my Lambda function. So we have just created a Lambda function. By default, a role has been created and assigned to this Lambda function. So let me click on this role. And by default you will see one permission has been attached to this role, that is AWS Lambda basic execution role. But if you try to interact with other services like S3 or Bedrock, your Lambda function will start getting failed because it doesn't have the required permission. So here you have to click on add permissions, attach policies. So let me search with Bedrock. So I'm going to choose this policy, that is Amazon Bedrock full access. Attach permissions. Now this role is having two permissions. This is the default one and one policy we have added. So we have done two changes with this Lambda function. First, we have increased the timeout value, and also we have modified the role and added one more permission, that is Amazon Bedrock full access. So friend, that's all for this lecture. In the next lecture, we will start building our Lambda function.